She dared me to circle the castle. It had towered over the town for the past century, like a shadowy dictator on his throne. It wasn't the perfect weather to loot the castle. The landscape had dulled with thick, bulging black clouds that hung tirelessly across the gloomy, distorted blue sky. Taking the first few steps towards the castle, a sudden rush of anxiety swept across my mind. Townfolk always warned travellers never to venture close to the castle walls. Halfway, and the cramps had brought me to my knees. Lactic acid began to eat away at the flesh in my legs, yet I pushed on and looked around and saw nothing except the dark black overgrowth beneath me. The untidy, mossy green stairs crumbled with every step. The closer I came to the top, the ever more cautious I was. Arriving at the entrance, I saw grey, stone-carved gargoyles with piercing eyes staring into my soul. I stopped for a second as the grotesque, pale eyes of the gargoyle moved. Unresponsive. I just gasped. I rotated around in a sense of complete hopelessness as a giant black raven soared over me. I took cover. Then I noticed a smell, a very distinct one. I was fiddling with my fingers, tapping my feet, and unnoticeably shaking my head. A storm was coming. I needed to get back home. A huge gust of wind suddenly blew me through the doorway onto my rear, followed by a time-worn wooden door rapidly shutting in front of me. Suddenly I was encased in shadows and tried to fix my eyes to the abyss of darkness. The feeling of death quenched my soul as the shadows started to move. They were like nebulous phantoms, with large, undistinguishable figures in my view. I tried the door, but it was like trying to remove a tombstone from a prehistoric grave. There was no way I was getting out of that door. After all my efforts, I turned and stood definitely into the darkness. Flashes of lightning through the great corrugated iron bars and the stone openings in the walls as I prowled into a vague room. I stopped as I saw a noose. I had come where people had come to die. I stared at the noose for a while, but then I turned my gaze to the right and took a step. But I didn't dare to take another, for a shattering of somewhat glass underfoot made me jump and shudder. Piles of bones lying on the ground, everywhere. But they weren't just on the ground. There was a whole wall of skulls staring at me. I stared back at them. Then they seemed to move. I stiffened until I was so rigid that not even the force of a blow to the chest in a joust could knock me over. Eventually I moved, and moved fast. Terrified, I began to run in fear of my life. I kept running, but the walls were starting to edge closer and closer to me, almost breathing on the back of my neck. They were closing in on me. Who knew a simple dare could be so deadly? Faster and faster and faster I ran, my heart beating to the point that it could explode. I'd come to the conclusion that this place was alive, and wanted no one to invade its space. So whatever happened, I would never get out of here alive.